Welcome, everyone. Good to have you coming in. As you're coming in, fourth grade students, we're going to ask you to be the leaders of our Zoom norms, making sure that your family comes in and is on mute. That way we can hear each other when we need to. Oh, the screens are filling up, almost up to 50 people. So welcome, fourth grade. Guys, we would love to see your faces. It makes it so much better for us. So if you're comfortable turning your camera on, just makes the presentation better for us. We like to see your smiles when you're recognized as well. So we'd love to have your camera on. If you'll make sure that you're on mute, we have our fourth grade students in charge of that. And so fourth graders, this is the time where you can mute your families and not get in trouble for it. So make sure you take advantage of that for us this evening. All right, we're going to get started with our fourth grade awards. Miss Arnold, is that almost everyone coming in from the waiting room? Wonderful.
It is. Yep.
We have two award celebrations that we do at Brighton. One focuses on our specials classes, so our PE, art, music, Spanish, games classes, adventure PE, where we take some time to celebrate the great things that the teachers and students are doing in those programs. And we all know that those programs are the programs that help make kids love school. So tonight's going to be just a beautiful celebration of what we've been able to do this year as a staff and what our students have been able to do and what they've been able to excel in this year. We also have another celebration that's going to take place at another time where we celebrate academic achievement, and that's within the classroom award celebrations that are happening later this week. And if one of the fourth grade teachers will put when those class awards are in the chat, that way everybody sees it. I can't remember off the top of my head when it is, but we are going to celebrate academic achievement as well. So welcome everyone. Our Zoom norms are pretty simple. We're going to be happy for each other, and it's kind of awkward to have an award celebration on Zoom in this way. So we really have to pay attention to our body language because that's our main way of communicating this evening. So when you hear someone's name called, I really want you to up your spirit. You can do spirit fingers or clap your hands. The staff has been going crazy with it. This is the fourth award celebration for some of our staff members. So you've got some experts out there on how to up the ante for everyone. So students, we need you to join in and celebrate your crewmates as they're recognized. And then we just ask that you stay on mute so that the presenters can speak without that echo effect. Sometimes that happens if too many people are not on mute. And that's it. That's our rules for the evening. If you're wondering about how long it takes between 35 and 50 minutes, just depending on how many different specials courses we're recognizing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our Green Shirt Awards. And our Green Shirt Award is our Esteemed Character Award. The students who are earning this Green Shirt Award demonstrated completion of their 7 C's deck, which means that they did extra projects to show that they understand what Brighton 7 C's are. And they made sure that they could show what the 7 C's mean in and out of school. So on top of this crazy year, the students we're about to recognize did extra work. And this was a tough year to do the work that you are asked, but to do extra work makes this just even more amazing. The students are going to also receive, on top of the recognition this evening, they're going to receive their 7 C's green shirt. They've already been ordered and they should be in soon. And the only way you can ever get a green shirt is to be honored in an event like tonight. You can't get a green shirt out of the clothes closet. We don't sell 7 C's green shirts. And you can't pass it along to brothers, sisters, cousins, or best friends. When you are given this green shirt, we expect you to protect the honor and the integrity of the award, and you keep that green shirt all to yourself. And when it no longer fits, then you and your family can decide a special way to save it. But we don't pass them on to other people. We want to make sure that who's ever wearing the green shirt has earned it. Okay, so let's get on with celebrating our students in our 4th grade Green Shirt Awards. All right, up first we have Stefan Arce from Miss Lowe's class. Congratulations on your Green Shirt Award. All right, we have Kaylee Arnold, recognized also from Miss Lowe's class. Congratulations on your Green Shirt Award. We have Jasmine Crowder earning a green shirt in Miss Holmes' class. Way to go with your spirit, guys. Thank you for being super excited for our students. All right, Chitty and Becky, we have an award for you from Miss Holmes' class. Congratulations to you for earning your green shirt. Let's see who we have next. We have a really long list of students in 4th grade. Camila Espinoza, congratulations to you, another student being recognized in Miss Holmes' class. Awesome job. Myra Ferrier-Bell, congratulations to you. Miss Lowe, your students are representing you well. Lillian Gilliam, congratulations to you, another student from Miss Holmes's class. Awesome work. Gwendolyn Kalos, representing Miss Estreme's class. Wonderful job, Gwendolyn. Thank you for participating in the Green Shirt projects. All right, Amaris Martinez, congratulations to you from Miss Lowe's class. Wonderful job. Elam Oshakoya, in Miss Lowe's class. Congratulations to you as well. Mr. Savage, here you go. Miles Sanders. Congratulations, Miles and Mr. Savage having a student earning that award. Oh, we have another one from Miss Estime's class, Amina Thompson. Congratulations, Amina, on your 7C's Green Shirt Award. We have more, guys. Riley Wilkins in Miss Lowe's class. Wow, Miss Lowe, you must be proud of your students. Way to go, Riley. We have more, guys. Golden Williams, Mr. Savage's class. Congratulations, Golden. And Jade Williams in Miss Lowe's class earning the green shirt. 4th grade, I want you to know, I think this is the biggest group earning their green shirt. So that is an extra special celebration for all of our 4th grade teachers and crew to have the most awards for the green shirt in your grade level. Give yourselves a hand for that. Very good job. All right, Coach Cobb is going to talk to you about her Adventure PE program and celebrate some very special students.
Thank you, Ms. McDonald. Thank you all for coming out tonight and celebrating your students' achievement throughout this year. I know it's been another crazy year, but we have gotten through it, and we're starting to the end, a fantastic ending to another great year. So last year I wasn't able to teach 3rd grade, so seeing all the new faces is great. I got to build a better bond with all these students, and it was just enthusiastic. We started off the year with virtual, but I really ended up the year meeting them face-to-face, a lot of the students face-to-face, and I'm back with them again. So that's very exciting. In Adventure PE, we've been focusing a lot on just the camping for it, because as a 4th grader, you're allowed to do the national parks. They do a free pass for your 4th graders. So the first round, we all worked on these different projects that they put out, and we did different things for them to work towards these free passes that they are allowed to even use this summer. So make sure they get those free passes, even if you just go to Sweetwater once. That saves you $5, and I'm pretty sure it works for Stone Mountain, but don't quote me on that one. But you know, all of these different passes, it's just to get these them out moving, walking around and enjoying nature. And then when I came back around, I just let them choose. Did they want to carry on, go back into what it is to do when you go camping and hiking, or do you want to do some first aid stuff? So it was really fun to see which direction they were going to go. So that's just a little bit about my program. My first award today is going to go to Dakari Rowland from Mr. Savage's class. Just starting out virtually, and then he came to school. He was so enthusiastic to learn. He had questions. He was ready to go. I loved, coming to Mr. Savage's class, and he was just ready to learn all the different things and what we were going to see for camping and things like that. So I was very excited to teach Dakari this year, and of course not having him last year, it was a great time to see him. And then my second award is going to go to Jade Williams. Jade Williams, I just finished my rotation again with Miss Lowe's class for the second time. So we finished up camping. She always came with more questions about how do you do this, or what do you do that? And they dug a lot deeper into camping too. So I just loved hearing the different questions from Miss Lowe's class in general, but what she was bringing to the table as well. And just having those side conversations, I was like, what sport are you going to play? What are you going to do this? And so just what she was bringing to Adventure PE too. So congratulations to both of y'all, and thank you so much for your participation in excelling in Adventure PE. So I am going to send it off to Miss Evans in the art department. Ooh.
I unfortunately did not get to spend time with fourth grade as I would have liked. The way the rotations worked, I only saw each fourth grade class for 3 weeks. So what I decided to do was focus on skills. So we spent quite a bit of time on guided drawing. And for those of you that don't know what guided drawing is, it is essentially step by step, where students compose images one step at a time by following directions. So it is a process that requires visual skills, but it also requires really focused listening skills. And fourth grade did really, really well with it. Some of the guided drawing lessons I taught step by step, and some of them I used videos. And they did really, really well. And again, they did not come to the art room. So they had to make that mental shift from their regular homeroom academic topics to, sort of putting on their art hats without changing their environment. And they did really well with that. So I was very proud of them. My first award I am giving to Sinai Smithin. Sinai, you were absolutely amazing. I only had you virtually, and you did an incredible job on the projects. I was just absolutely blown away. I loved seeing your flip grids, and you would, tell me how you did it, and that you hoped that I liked it. And just in addition to the craftsmanship, your enthusiasm for the projects was really charming. So congratulations, Sinai. My next award goes to Mackenzie McGork. Mackenzie, your enthusiasm was contagious. I could really look forward to coming into your classroom because I knew no matter what we were doing that you were going to be up for it and excited about it and be giving it your all. And you really made teaching your class a pleasure for me. And it was also a pleasure to see your finished project. So congratulations. And I will pass it on to Ms. Young.
Hello, families. I'm Ms. Young. I am teaching general music to your scholars here. A few things that were said by some of my colleagues were 3 weeks So I really want you to put that into perspective of what your young children are learning in 3 weeks, and they are learning, and they are producing very high quality work. I fell in love with fourth grade. I'm excited to the point where I formed a junior chorus for next year for fourth and fifth graders. So if you're interested, I hope, yay. So to tell you a little bit about what we were doing this year, because we weren't able to sing together for the obvious reasons, we still had to create a musical family. So we used rhythm sticks and percussion and body instruments to create rhythms, to learn how they're composed. With that, it requires that they learn music literacy. And your fourth graders learned music literacy. And they enjoyed making rhythms, hearing other rhythms, learning the difference between beat and rhythm. And I really just enjoyed enthusiasm. I knew at first they didn't quite know how they were going to take music this year. But I have to say, fourth grade, you should be very proud of yourself. We would be here all day because we would give all of you an award for everything. So congratulations. So I'd like to start off with my first award. And this is Briley, make sure I get the name right. Briley Hettesheimer. Did I say that right? Oh my goodness, what a bundle of joy. So Briley she is almost a musical genius. I want to say, I'm scared to say it, but she understands music concepts. She gets it. And talk about zeal and wanting to answer all the time. She is one of those students too, I have to say, a new hand. So congratulations, Briley, because you have demonstrated exceptional skills according to the Georgia Standards for Excellence in Music. So congratulations. And my next award, I'd like to present to Luke Norton. This is another one. Seems like a little bit of a quiet storm, but you could see that he was always thinking. We had to use simple fractions to compose rhythm patterns, and he just gets it. And I could see that he enjoyed it. And if he's ever quiet in any other realm, I think that he found his little spot in music. So congratulations to you for demonstrating wonderful skill in music. And last, now this student, we had a bonding moment. We were going outside for recess one day real quick, and she got left behind in the room. And when she came and she said, Miss Young, you left me. We just stood there and cried together. And I said, I've never lost a child. But from that moment on, I felt this bond happen between us. So we sat in the front row in the music room. And again, one of those students, let's give someone else a chance to answer. I can see that she grasps these math concepts, which sometimes could be a little bit confusing, but she gets it. So to the three of you, congratulations for your demonstration and skills in music according to Georgia standards. I will pass it over to Mr. White in music. So you'll see our program scaffold nicely from one to the other. So Mr. White.
Thank you, Ms. Young. I am really, really proud of our fourth graders. Every single fourth grade class had awesome students from the first desk to the last desk, and even all the students that were on Zoom. And tonight we are just recognizing a few of them that has stood out. And the award I'm giving is for outstanding musicianship. We in music class, my class for fourth grade had corresponded with Ms. Young's class. So we worked on music theory. We kind of dealt with it from more of a mathematical approach to it, some scientific approach to it. We broke down reading music and using fractions, using the time signatures, things of that nature, so they'll have a really good, strong understanding moving forward as they go into fifth grade. And then when they get into middle school, things get a little bit deeper. So we're trying to get it all in them now. And our first Outstanding Musician Award goes to Lauren Rice. Lauren Rice, very impressive. When I asked about notes after I have a class, and then I come back a couple of days later, and then I start going into whatever the topic is for that day. And I say, your notes. And Lauren was one to pull out those notes. And they were full of all the notes that we talked about that I told for them to write down, okay? She wasn't one of those, I left it at home, my dog ate it, all of these different stories that you hear sometimes. So I'm very, very proud of Lauren. And she was able to answer the questions. Sometimes you just refer to your references and then you can answer. Next we have Mackenzie, who is another note taker. Mackenzie did something, and I cannot, because I had them so long ago that I cannot remember exactly what it is. But the one thing I do remember is she was able to translate what we had talked about in the music class over to something else that was more practical in life. And that was one thing that stood out. And I was like, good job, Mackenzie. I told him to look at, she drew it out on the paper, had her go around and show it to kids in class. And I want to say, I remember it may have been a chart or something. I forgot what it was, but I even used it as a reference when we were discussing other things in class. And so Mackenzie is a great participator and very, very proud of her and the work that she's done as well this year. And then we have Myra Ferrier-Bell. Myra sat right there up in the front row, had her hand up, able to answer a lot of questions. Call on her. She's another note taker. She had the right answers. She was able to make references. She was able to figure out the things that we were doing as it related to reading the music. And very, 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 very proud of Myra. Good job. And let's not forget Mackenzie Potts, who also is a hand raiser. That answers lots of questions, does a really, really good job. I'm very, very interested in music and everything that we were doing. And I'm very, very proud of Mackenzie. Good job, Mackenzie. And then we have Trent Powers. Now, Trent Powers, we played this game called Instrument Millionaire. And I believe Trent Powers led the class. He led his class with that. And he's very, very competitive. Those that know him probably know that because he's athletic as well. Trent, he would go back, he would study some of those instruments. He would say, okay, Mr. White, I'm ready. Because see, my computer at the front was the official computer. You had to do it on that computer in order to get credit. And Trent would turn around, he'll come back until he was the top dog. And so very, very proud of you, Trent, and your hard work this year. And now we'll turn it over to the one and only Coach Kiker for PE.
Thank you, Mr. White. Good evening, everyone. Hi, fourth grade. So it was definitely a different year, I know, for all of us, but definitely as far as being a PE teacher, it was definitely a new environment. And I had to change my game plan up a little bit and learn some new things and really find ways to get our students moving. And so we went from when we had a virtual model, we were all at home. We went to hybrid from there. And just really had to change it up along the way. And really my ultimate goal was to hopefully help the students find things they enjoyed doing that would get them active and moving while they were home. And then also the students who came in person in the hybrid setting, some things we could do. As far as fourth grade, when I had them, we were actually in the classroom. So I've kind of went from teaching students at home to in the classroom, and there at the end I've been able to teach back in the gym again. But fourth grade actually had me in the classroom, which was difficult and challenging, but I enjoyed it. It was really a time for me to get to know our fourth graders even more, and really enjoyed it. I had a great time. So my curriculum took more of a physical, the fitness part of it, the fitness component, and really setting goals and teaching them how to set their own goals and take ownership for their own physical activity, and just teaching them, the importance of staying active and eating healthy, especially during times when we're stuck at home and not in the regular normal routines of the day that we were used to before. So I definitely had a great job, a great time, a great job to all my fourth graders this year. I'm just giving out a couple awards. My first award goes to Elijah Kennard. Elijah, I had his class back near Christmas time, if I remember right. And just like some of my colleagues said earlier, we only had them for 3 weeks. But I remember this 3 weeks because it was around Christmas, right before the break. And that is, I'm also, for those of you who don't know, I'm also the basketball coach. So that is a very busy time for me. And I remember I had Elijah's class early in the mornings, and I am also not a morning person. A lot of my students know that. I have to have my coffee in the morning, and these guys really woke me up. Elijah was always ready to participate. He always worked hard for me. I think if I were to add a word to this, other than the outstanding athleticism, participation, and sportsmanship, I would have to add character to this because that's just what stood out with me with Elijah. He always was friendly and excited to be there, always in good mood. He cheered me up on those days that I was burnt out and kind of draggy, and he kind of cheered me up. And even after I left his class and went on to my next rotation, I would see Elijah in the hall, and he would be the first to speak to me before I even saw him and ask me how I was doing. And then, that means a lot, I think, especially for a fourth grader to really, take time to speak to everyone he sees and open doors for people. And when you see this guy in the hall, that's what he's doing. He's speaking to people. He's opening doors. He's just demonstrating that utmost character. So great job, Elijah. Thank you for being you and working hard this year for me. My next award goes to Abigail Dickinson. Great job, Abby. Abby I also had in the classroom when I had her class. I believe she's in Mr. Savage's class. I believe she was a 2-a-day student, so I would have her online 2 days and then in person 2 days. And she did great no matter where she was at. She would tune into Zooms and work hard. When she was in a classroom and we were doing something in there, she was working hard. There was a time a few weeks back, I got to see her class again. They were passing through the gym and was just only there for a minute. I had another class in there and we were doing a workout, and she hopped in and was doing a workout with us. Just 100% effort and participation in everything she does. She excels in whatever she puts her mind to. Abigail's just such a great student to have in class, is a leader in the classroom, and always working hard, even when it's not something that she loves doing, but she does it and she works hard and she gives 100%. So great job, Abby. Thank you for working hard for me. I'm going to pass it along to my right hand, Miss Gore, for her physical education games class.
Oh, thank you, Coach K. Good evening, everybody. It's so great to log on to a Zoom and see families. I've seen a lot of you walking in the background of your kids' Zooms and you don't know it, but I've seen you. It's just nice to actually see you. So thank you for jumping on and giving your evening to us. I want to go back and I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit. I want to echo what Ms. Young said about giving an award for each fourth grader. And I don't know, you might have caught on, the kids might have come home and told you, but out of the 8 specials teachers, 4 of us would go 5th grade and 4 of us would go to 4th grade, and we would rotate and switch around. But the 2 teams were groups of 4. So half of the specials team was fortunate enough that we got to spend a lot of time with the 4th graders, more so than our other grade levels. We would support the academic teachers so that they could have their virtual time at home with the kids at home. And so we were in the classroom a lot with the kids. So we got to see our classroom side, but we also got to see their work ethics, their determination, their moments of worry and stress. And what a mature group of kids. I mean, it's hard not to get emotional about this group because they're an extended crew. I feel like we made relationships that we formed that I can't wait to see them in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And instead of just kind of giving us a hey, Miss Gore, hey, Miss Evans, that we actually get, the fist pump and the love and the hearts. And I just think they're going to hold a special place in our heart because we had so much time with them. And I don't know that I would have chosen it to be 4th grade. I'm a littles. Like I like my I like my K2 where you know, they're learning and they need those shoes tied and they're very needy. And these kids are so independent. It was just wonderful to be in there with them for that amount of time. And for the kids that were at home, they were determined. They came to class. They knew what they had to do. Their academic teachers really had them in a regimen. I mean, a checklist. And it included us as their specials team. It wasn't just do this, and make sure you get it done. It was, you know, this is your specials teacher, this is your Zoom time. And they supported, we always support academic teachers, but it was really nice to see them support us too. So that was a different side that we got to see. So rambling on, I'm Miss Gore. So I'm normally with Coach K, his right arm, sometimes his left foot, but we had to separate this year and create more specials so that we could focus on some different things for the kids this year, knowing we were going to be hybrid. And so games was a part of our PE department that we created so that we could focus on some small group games that would translate well to kids that were in front of us and kids that were virtually in different environments. They might have been in a daycare. They might have been at their grandma's house. They might have been on their back porch. They might have been in their bedroom, and they didn't have everything that maybe we had access to at the school. But so that's kind of what games fell under, and the kids really did a good job. So I want to go ahead and start off with a thank you to fourth grade and fourth grade academic teachers. It's been a pleasure to be partnered up with you this year. So slide. Mr. Joseph Buggs always attended the Zooms, always excited to see what was happening each day. That's appreciated because there were days I had a plan, knew what we were going to do, and it just fell apart because of technology or because, you know, this person couldn't hear and this person couldn't see. And he was always there ready to go. And most of the time he was in the chat trying to help me figure out what to do to fix the problem. So Joseph, thank you for that. Chase Terrell. Thank you for being a respectful and polite young man, not just to me, but to your fellow classmates. That's not easy to do as a fourth grade person. So I enjoyed knowing that about you. I don't know that I would have gotten to see that part of you had I not been in your classroom for an extended time. I love that you included everyone in our games, and that means everyone in front of you and everyone at home. So thank you for that. Cameron Anderson, Mr. Athletic. I don't think we need to talk about how athletic you are. I think anybody that knows you knows how athletic you are, but to be athletic and show sportsmanship equally is amazing. It's really amazing. I've enjoyed that no matter what we were doing, you were ready for the day. Man, I sure hope Zane Davis is in this Zoom. He's been at every Zoom I ever had. He always came early and stayed late. He always had a smile on his face, and every Zoom had something fun. Had nothing to do with class, but it was fun, and he was going to share it. So Zane, thank you for keeping my Zooms joyful. Michael Kratt, man, we did a lesson where they had to make a flip grid and build an obstacle course. And that could have been, you know, not a lot of instruction, but we're talking about fourth grade here. So the creativity, the critical thinking, the craftsmanship, the commitment, like all of it, it was everything. He included his family. Like I could hear his mom, and mom was filming, dad's cheering, brother was over in the corner. And I'm going to tell you, it was beyond expectations for me. I didn't know how to grade it. It was wonderful. So, Michael, thank you for taking that lesson to the stratosphere. Amaris Martinez, if she was in a Zoom, she was flipping in the background on a gymnastic mat. And if she was in front of you, she was thinking about flipping on those gymnastic mats at home, but she was focused and she helped me balance the kids that were in front of me and the kids that were on the Zoom, and kept me on task. And, you know, at 8:30 in the morning, that's needed. I mean, I can't lie about that. We're not always with our game face on, but she was always prepared and ready to go. So thank you, Amaris. Gwen Kalos, I don't think I've ever seen a pinker painted room than your room. So thank you for always coming to the Zooms and having your camera on. You were always signed in early. I got an email that you were signed in before I was upstairs in your classroom. And you were so excited about whatever we were going to do. I mean, I feel the excitement coming through, like that curiosity of what are we going to do today? And it was just wonderful. So thank you for that, Miss Gwen. Dalen Williams, Mr. Polite, Mr. Smiley, Mr. Polite, Mr. Smiley. You know, sometimes it's the smallest things that make everything fantastic. And to see you smile and greet me every morning, and just to be on task in that classroom, but that smile every morning and that greeting that you gave me, not me giving you, you gave me, you said hello to me before I could say hello to you, makes my day. So thank you for that. London Baird. London is in Mr. Savage's class. I've been with them for a while, but she's been in the classroom, but she's been virtual lately. And I have really missed her being in the room. She was, I like to call her Miss Give It Everything or Give It Everything. There was no give it nothing. It was give it all or give it all. She was just going to do it. So I appreciate the fact that she gave her best at every activity that I did this year. Dakari, Mr. Dakari, such a hard worker, plays hard, but wants to play fair. And those two things don't always mesh well together. Most of the time they clash, but Dakari finds a way to politely say, we got to fix this. This isn't how it's working. This isn't working out. And he's not afraid to speak that up. And I enjoyed that because if I go back and remember, you know, pre-hybrid, you know, he was on the quieter side. So he's found his voice and it's a good voice. It's a strong voice. And I appreciate that, Dakari. So thank you for that. And I could keep going. I could give an award to all of them, but we're going to jump on and let Miss Holloway. She is my cohort. She also has the games department of the PE, and we're going to let her praise some of you guys.
Yes, it's so fun to be here and to see all of you guys in Zoom and in person sometimes. But today I wanted to kind of honor my special friends who gave their all. My favorite thing about the games department is that sometimes you just got to get up and move, and sometimes that means you got to have a dance party in the middle of your 4th grade class, and sometimes that means you got to play freeze tag outside, and sometimes you're playing robot freeze tag because you got to act like a robot while you do it. So these awards are going out to some very special helpers in my class who are always enthusiastic and always ready to give their all. So my first award is going to go to Miss Abigail Dickinson. Woohoo! She always gave her all in my class. We were talking, me and Miss Gore were talking about how it's hard not to take into consideration those extra couple hours that you get with 4th grade in the mornings. And the reason that I needed to take it in consideration with Miss Abigail is that when she was done with all her work, which she always was, she would look at me and be like, can we play more games now? It's like, how can I tell you no when you have done everything so far beyond what we've asked of you and you still want to play with everyone else? It was an honor to teach, Miss Abigail Dickinson. And then my next award was Miss Samaya Hollis. And if you know Samaya, she is a spitfire. She's got something to say to you, but she always welcomed me into her class with open arms, ready to give her all in whatever game that we were going to play with, whatever wild game we came up with that day as a class. And so Samaya is a ball of energy and a ball of fun, which is great to have in your games class, I will say. So next, have Miss Mundy with Spanish.
Hola, chicos. Hello, everybody. I'm Miss Mundy. I teach Spanish, and it's my first year at Brighton Academy. And I realized that I've spent more time with fourth grade than anyone. So it's just been so great to really get to know these kids, and that they just really welcomed me into Brighton. Showing me, you know, sometimes I wasn't sure the ways that things work at Brighton, and they were just ready to let me know how to do it, and just so helpful, just a really great group of kids. And I had a really great time with them in Spanish this year. Some of the things that we worked on in Spanish, since I'm new and I wasn't sure what all they knew already, we did a lot of review stuff. So we started from the basics. We started with hola, me llamo. We did colors, and then we sort of branched out from colors, and we started learning animals and the colors of the animals. And we did I like and I don't like, and we were talking about different foods that they like or activities that they like. But fourth grade really surprised me because I taught high school before I came to Brighton, and I thought that I would really need to lower the level of Spanish for them. But they were able to handle anything I threw at them. And then more than that, they were eager for more a lot of times. So we ended up working on things like the way that spelling is different in English and Spanish, different phonemes. We talked about different accents in Spanish, depending on where you're from. And it was just so impressive how they just absorbed it and wanted more. So I was really, really impressed with fourth grade. So for my awards, I chose students that, that showed great initiative, or that were just really excited about Spanish, or that just are naturally just able to get into Spanish and just sort of make sense for them. It just sort of clicked for them. But my first award is for Gwendolyn Kalos, which I just was really impressed with her because she has been an online student all year. And I just think it was amazing what she was able to absorb just on Zoom calls. But she is always asking questions, and she's always got her hand up and ready to participate. And she would bear with me if I was having some internet trouble. And just really great job, Gwendolyn. My next award is for Jewel Thompson, who I actually kind of had her twice because of the way the seating works. Because of social distancing, she sometimes had to switch classrooms. So I had her once in Mr. Savage's room, and then another time sometimes with Miss Holmes. So Jewel just was amazing. She loved learning Spanish. She would come in and she would ask questions, and she would get really excited about it. She would help other people with it. And then when she came in to see me for a second time, you would think that she would say, oh, I don't have to do this because I've already done it, right? But she would want to do it again, and she would want to show everybody else what we were doing. And I was just so impressed with her. Next, I have Dalen Williams. And Dalen is just, I think y'all have already said, he's just such a smiley guy. He's just so nice to be around, and he's super helpful. He wants to help you in any way that he can. He wants to help other kids. And he was also really good at Spanish this year. He was able to hear it and reproduce it really well. And I'm really proud of Dalen. Next, I have Miss Priya Jackson. Priya has done really excellent. She was actually in my class that I was teaching to this year, face to face. And Priya was always wanting to know more. She always wanted to know how to say this or that. And she was really good at trying to like piece words together. Priya really stood out, just always wanting to to get into it. She wanted to get to the next level. So really great job, Priya. Alasia McDonald. Alasia is another kid that's just always really helpful. She's always wanting to know more. She can hear Spanish really well. She has a very good ear for it. And she did a really great job for me this year. Great job, Alasia. And Bella Grace Ridley also did a really great job. She's super smiley, and she is very good at her pronunciation, because I think sometimes kids get a little nervous when they need to pronounce Spanish, but she always did a really great job of that. And also really helpful, helped me a lot in the classroom. Great job, Bella Grace. And Miss Riley Wilkins. Riley, you have done a really excellent job this year. She's really, really helpful. She always tells me the Brighton way, the way that we do things at Brighton, and help keeping me in line. She also has questions about Spanish always. And I think that she's a natural language learner. She hears it really well. She's piecing things together really well. And she did a great job this year. And Miss Briley Lynn, I know she's already gotten one tonight too. Miss Briley is a ball of energy, and she's just really excited about everything. And she's one of those ones that always has her hand up. And if I don't call on her, she's going to shout it at me anyway. And she's just so excitable. And she's also really, really good. She remembers things really well. She can remember vocabulary from the first time I say it to her. Her recall is excellent. But you did a really great job, Riley Lynn. So this next category is the Special All-Star. And this is for the students that, when the special teachers, we all got together and we talked about students that stood out and that just did really great across all the specials. So this award, I think, is probably the most important because you did great for everyone. So we're all really proud of these kids. So our first award goes to Megan Britt. Megan is amazing. I would say in Spanish too. She's really amazing. She's super inquisitive and just like really, really fast and sharp. And she just gets everything. And she just seems to be great at everything she does. And it's just effortless for her. So great job, Megan. Jasmine Crowder. Jasmine, we all agreed, is just so sweet. She's so helpful. She's really great kind of getting everyone together and getting everyone to participate. And she did a really great job in my Spanish class too. We're all really proud of you, Jasmine. Lillian Gilliam. Lillian did a really great job this year for all of us. She's really great at staying really focused, and she seems very organized, and she knows what's going on all the time. And she's good at going over and asking. She would ask me sometimes, do you want me to go help them? Because she always knows what's going on. So she's great to have in the class. She's such a good helper. And Emma Reyes, great job, Emma. Emma just has the sweetest spirit. I think everybody loves Emma. She always does her best. And even in Spanish class, because she already speaks Spanish, but she's paying attention. She's raising her hand. She's offering help. Miss Emma is just such a great kid to have in class. And we're all so proud of you, Emma.
Wow. Thank you, specials team. And thank you, everyone, for taking some time this evening and stopping to celebrate. We don't do that enough. We don't pause long enough to celebrate the great things that are happening. So thank you for making time for that this evening. Students, it was wonderful to hear the story shared about your character, your skill level. Then I got to see it in person as you encouraged and cheered for each other. So thank you for showing that kindness and enthusiasm for other successes as well. Families, thank you for showing up. It's really cool to see you gathered together in one room and seeing the siblings be able to hear brother or sister celebrated, and they're excited for them too. So that was a really special crew moment. And staff, for you sharing the celebrations and challenges of your programs, celebrating both the academic teachers and the specials teachers and all that we've been able to accomplish. So thank you for taking time to honor each other and honor our crew. Everyone, we cannot leave without hearing all the beautiful noise that comes with a real award celebration in person. So let's make sure we unmute ourselves and cheer for each other, and then we'll head out for the evening. Let's all hear it. You know, you've been wanting to.
Yay!
Wonderful. Thank you, fourth grade. Thanks for filling us up and keeping our evening such a positive. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Thank you.
Bye, Annie.
Bye. Bye, crew. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, Emma.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, say bye.
Bye, MJ and the Pratt family.